What's up, my wonderful world of YouTube? My name's Chris and this is Motivated Living, bringing you a fragrance video today. Something different, sitting in my living room bright and early in the morning. I've got some fragrances laid out here. These are going to be my spring/summer rotation, things I plan on wearing a bunch as the weather warms up. I couldn't limit it to 10 because I didn't want to just do a top 10, because none of these are in any order. These are just the ones that I am really looking forward to wearing during the warmer weather. A few of them, I don't have full bottles anymore. I have had them. There's actually only a couple that are decants. I don't want to say I'm like a big collector anymore. I was getting there, but it was getting out of hand, so I started decanting, getting rid of bottles, keeping room in my cabinet. As a fragrance person, I love fragrances. I'm no expert. I'm not going to claim to be an expert. So I wrote down the notes. I'm not going to edit them out. I will read what the top notes, mid notes, all that good stuff are on them. And I'll tell you just a little bit, but I'm going to make it brief.
Welcome to Motivated Living.
Change is on the horizon.
Welcome. Thanks for joining me. I hope everybody's safe right now during this lockdown, this whole COVID scare. Hope everybody's safe, healthy, keeping your sanity. Speaking of sanity, I'm sorry for the background noise. My daughter's got her little echo thing playing lullabies. It's still very, very early. I'm the only one up, so that's why I'm going to try to get this done for you. I did my chicken comb with my hair. I haven't been to the barber. Whatever. I even wore my rooster shirt. I won't read what it says at the bottom. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'm going to start off. These aren't in any order either. This is just how I got my list done. So it's not like a top. I'm picking one over the other either. The Amouage Reflection Man. Hopefully y'all can see it. My bottle's got all kinds of fingerprints on it. I wear my fragrances. I should probably wipe these before I put them back in the cabinet. It's been around for a while, so I'm sure many of y'all are already familiar with this guy, but it was released in 2007, and it actually receives a 4.3 out of 5 on the Fragrantica rating. I like it a lot. My wife likes it on me. It gets compliments. It's not one of them typical super loud Amouage fragrances. It's more mellow, subtle, versatile, in my opinion. I'm really looking forward to wearing it in the warmer weather because it already does really well in the cooler weather. Your top notes are rosemary, pink pepper, and petitgrain. Your mid or heart notes are orris root, jasmine, neroli, lang lang. And then it finishes off with your base notes of sandalwood, patchouli, vetiver, and cedar. Again, that is Amouage Reflection Man. Next, one I've talked about on my channel before. People have said this is what Creed Aventus should have been. I'm just saying what people have said. I'm not saying that. I don't want no beef. Tiziana Terenzi, Orion. It's got that grapefruit smell to it. You know, anything that has grapefruit in it gets put in the category of the Aventus. I really like their bottles. They're like a porcelain almost. This was released in 2015. It gets a 4.21 out of 5. I really like their bottles, I already said, if you look at the top. And they have a cool little travel cap as well. I apologize if things are reflecting. This isn't my usual setup, but I've decided to do more in my living room, give it the more laid back, real type view instead of the green screen. Top notes are bergamot, red currant, pineapple, and apple. Mid notes would be patchouli, jasmine, birch, and thyme. And your base is incense, amber, agarwood, which is oud, musk, and cedar. And it's not that stinky type of oud at all. Like, you really cannot detect the oud in this, to me. But I like it a lot, and it gets a lot of love. Anybody I've shared this with, like sent decants out, they're telling me how much they really enjoy it. That is Orion by Tiziana Terenzi. Now next, of course I got a blue wood fragrance on there. Is Saint Laurent. Why? The Eau de Parfum. Now some people might argue that the EDT would be better for the hot weather. The EDP is somewhere along the lines of the Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, which it was kind of a draw between them two. But I've done the EDP of the Bleu de Chanel in the summer. I like it, but I'm seeming to prefer that more in the fall, the cooler weather. And this could end up being the case with this guy too. But it's just fresh. I don't know, it's uplifting. I like it a lot. I tried the EDT. I did not like it whatsoever. I preferred the Paco Rabanne Invictus Aqua over the Eau de Toilette. But the Y EDP, I'm expecting great things to come out of this bottle come the warmer weather. It already performs like a beast in the cold weather. I might tone down my sprays as it gets warmer. But I don't know, I have high hopes for it really doing well in the summer. And again, this is my list for spring and summer, what I'm looking forward to giving wearings once the weather starts getting warmer. The YSL Eau de Parfum. It was released in 2018. It receives a 4.11 out of 5 on Fragrantica. Top notes are bergamot, ginger, and apple. Then we have your mid or heart of sage, geranium, juniper berries. And your base is vetiver, cedar, tonka, amberwoods, and olibanum. Now next, one I'm already quite familiar with during the warmer weather. It's by Chanel. It's Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. Released in 2012. Gets a 4.2 out of 5 on Fragrantica. There's just something about this one. I like it a lot. This one has been with me for over a year. It's about a year and a half. One of my earlier grabs when I rekindled my fragrance journey. And I'm not letting go of it. When this one goes, I will get the other. I had tried the Edition Blanche. Kind of has that lemonade vibe. I liked it a lot, but I am preferring this one. My taste may not be the same as yours, but again, this is my list. So what I'm looking forward to wearing. And this is one I want to keep in my collection. Like, I never want to run out of this one. There's a few of them here that are like that. Now, this was, like I said, 2012, 4.2 out of 5. Top notes are Sicilian, Mandarin, mint, which I definitely can smell the mint, cypress, clary sage. Your mid notes are listed as pepper. Your base notes, cedar, sandalwood, musk, and tonka. Which I really don't detect the tonka. It's really smooth, really fresh, clean. It definitely gives me that fresh out of the shower vibe. It does really well in the summer. Moving right along, this is one I've had the whole bottle twice. My wife insists I keep it. I decanted it out because I don't reach for it very, very often. But then again, I was introduced to it in the colder weather. But I kept an ounce decant. Give it a try in the summer. Bond number 9, Bleecker Street. Now these labels that are on my decant bottles came from my good friend Ricky, Civilized Redneck. If you're not familiar with his channel, check it out. He, like me, due to things going on right now, has backed up on the videos. He's more so enjoying the time with the family. Took a little break, but great guy, great content. He's on the front line in the healthcare field. Bond number 9, Bleecker Street, 2005, gets a 4.18 out of 5. Top notes are violet leaf, blueberry, and thyme. It smells really good. Your mid would be cedarwood, fruity jasmine, peppery vanilla, and cinnamon. And then it finishes off with a base of oak moss, suede, patchouli, amber, soft vanilla, and I've seen caramel listed in the notes on the company website, which I don't detect caramel at all in this fragrance. But I get the blueberry vibe. I like it. This is one my wife insists I keep some around because she absolutely loves it. Bond number 9, Bleecker Street. This is one that is a personal favorite of mine for all seasons. Versace Signature Pour Homme. Absolutely love this juice. The bottle, the story behind it, everything to go with it. Even been labeled as a Zakharov cheerleader before. Rah rah. What's up, Ross? I absolutely love this juice. This is my all-season all year, anytime, any event juice, because I wear fragrances for me. This has been known as the CEO in a bottle. So said my good friend Jesus Fragrance. Really good stuff. This is my Pooch Dozer just made his entrance. Now this guy was released in 2018, and they're giving it a 4.5 out of 5 on Fragrantica. It's classy but modern. Yeah, it's just one of them happy fragrances for me. It's uplifting, it's not offensive anytime I wear it. It gets attention, gets compliments. But ultimately, the important thing is this one makes me feel good. Confidence booster, it lifts my spirits. Again, I've said it's my all-year fragrance. Like, I can wear this anytime and make it work. It just works for me. Top notes are Guatemala cardamom, French lavender, Zanzibar black pepper, juicy pear, Provence blue cypress. Your heart notes are India ginger roots, Virginia cedar, Indonesian temple oud, Italian iris, Jamaican pimento leaves, and Canadian fir balsam. Then it wraps up in the base with Australian sandalwood, Indonesian gold patchouli, black amber, China myrrh, Ethiopian frankincense. Frankincense or myrrh are two of my favorite fragrances. I used to buy the oils by themselves, the essential oils, and rub them on, put them in my beard, pray with them, meditate with them. But this is, there's really no way to put it all into one category. It's well blended, it's very high quality ingredients, and the man behind it is an amazing person, amazing story behind this fragrance. A lot of love is in this bottle, and everyone that gets sent out has a personal touch from George Zaharoff himself, where he hand writes something to everybody with the bottle. It speaks volumes. Worth checking out. Moving forward, I still have several here. I'm trying to go kind of fast, so I'm really not going a whole bit much into all these. Next, I have Maison Margiela replica. This one is Jazz Club. May not be somebody's perfect idea for warm weather. I have a feeling it's going to perform very, very well. I wear this in the cool weather already, and it projects and lasts forever. So I have high hopes for what it does in the summer. This will be replacing my Creed Virgin Island water, which is a summer favorite of mine. It's very heavy on the coconut. This isn't, but I do detect it in there, even though it's not listed in the notes. It gives me that similar vibe, just toned down, more rounded. This guy came out in 2013, gets a 4.18 out of 5. Top notes are pink pepper, lemon, and neroli. Mid notes are rum, clary sage, Java, vetiver oil. And then your base notes are tobacco leaf, vanilla bean, and styrex. Doesn't give any mention of any coconut, but I do detect it in there. I could be wrong. You guys let me know, because I know several guys are fans of Jazz Club. I like it a lot. Very impressed. This is a compliment magnet for me, and it makes me feel good. Moving forward, Cedrat Boisé by Mancera. This is one I've had several full bottles of, and I always end up decanting them out. But it's very easy to get. I believe you can get it for around $79 for the whole bottle. I love Mancera's. They're huge, huge bottles. Very nice presentations. And they all, from what I've seen of everyone, perform like none other. And they last forever. Quality oils. Cedrat Boisé came out in 2011, gets a 4.25 out of 5. I'm sure this one is no stranger to many of y'all. Top notes are bergamot, Sicilian lemon, black currant, spicy notes. Your mid, fruity notes, water jasmine, patchouli leaf. Your base is sandalwood, cedar, leather, moss, white musk, and vanilla. Sorry about the R movement. My dog got up. The big guy recently had to have surgery a couple days ago. We were worried about him, but he had a growth that popped up out of nowhere and got really hard. Vet said it's nothing to worry about. It's good to see him hopping around back to his normal self. Cedrat Boisé. I like it a lot. A lot. Now, moving forward, as I've crossed the halfway mark, we have Prada Luna Rosa. This is the original. the OG. Now this is a reformulated bottle. For y'all know, the older bottles have like the metal, aluminum, like looks like a sailboat, which it's inspired after the Prada Luna Rosa sail team. It's a reformulated bottle. It still smells really good, really fresh. This is one of my wife's favorite in my collection for me to wear. There's a couple of them in here, and that's why they made these lists. Out of all the Luna Rosas, this was her favorite pick. This in black, but the black is better suited for the cooler weather. This guy came out in 2012. One of the lower ratings that I have, but not the lowest. It's a 3.95 out of 5 on Fragrantica. Your top notes are lavender absolute, bitter orange, mid or clary sage, spearmint. Base is ambrette, absolute, and ambroxan. I definitely can pick up the spearmint and the ambroxan in it. I must fire one up. It's not offensive. It's safe. Some people can use it as like a gym scent. It can be loud if you spray a bunch on. It lasts fairly well. One of my favorites from Prada. Now I did like the Extreme, and I also like Carbon, which has that Sauvage vibe, just like a tone down. That one didn't make the list because it's not liked in the house other than by me, but it gets a lot of compliments. This one here, though, it's well-rounded. You can spray the heck out of this. In the summertime, you're not going to upset anybody, offend anybody. It's a dumb reach fragrance, I guess you could call it. There's nothing wrong with just grabbing this one, spraying, and going. Now, next is one some of y'all may not have heard of. And I've highlighted this guy on my channel before, but it's Guy Fawkes Co. Jefe. The company had sent me their 4 fragrances in samples to try. This was my favorite. They liked the video so much. They were so awesome to send me this black limited edition bottle of the one I had said in the video was my favorite. This is Jefe. Good morning. By Guy Fawkes Co. I'm not sure the release year on this. I couldn't find it, and I didn't think to message them and ask before shooting the video. But this has top notes of mandarin orange, C notes, and grapefruit. Your mid or heart is jasmine and bay leaf, and then it finishes off in the base with ambergris, patchouli, oak moss, and gaiac wood. It's definitely, I'm gonna put some on. Start the day off with this guy. Nice atomizer. It's a blue scent. I'd put it right there in the categories with the Yves Saint Laurent Y, or the Parfum, with the Bleu de Chanel, with the Dylan Blues. But it's different. It stands out. It's not the same. Not your cookie cutter fragrance, cookie cutter blue fragrance. But it smells really good. Really, really good. And again, this, my wife said, this is dangerous. That's a baby making fragrance. But it's Jefe by Guy Fawkes Co. Definitely worth checking them out. Now next, this is one I tossed around in my head. I almost didn't bring it on the list, but I did because I do like it. It's liked in the household. It's liked by people in my community who have smelled it. This is Vetiver Aqua Atlantique. There's something in it that's a little different, but it gives me that, for y'all who know the ultimate cheapie, I call it the ultimate cheapie, which should be in this list, but this is bumping its spot, Nautica Voyage. Of course, it costs more, but this one honestly lasts longer, performs a little better. Now, Vetiver Aqua Atlantique, try saying that 10 times fast, was released in 2017. It only received a 3.76. I'm not sure why. It's very fresh. It's uplifting. Gives you that vibe of walking on the beach, a hot weather day. That's why I'm looking forward to it in the warmer weather. I've worn it in the cooler weather. It's performed, lasted all day, gotten compliments. So I can only imagine how it's going to do in the summertime. This has your top notes of Calabrian bergamot, Sicilian lemon, vetiver accord. There was nothing listed for the mid. It jumped right and said base was woody vetiver, patchouli, sandalwood, and benzoin. Next, I had one in here by Versace. No, I have not wore all this. This is Versace Signature, one I have decanted out quite a bit. As you see, it's been very highly requested. So I may have to buy another bottle for the summertime. Versace Signature was released in 2008. It got a 4.23 out of 5. Top notes are lemon, neroli, bergamot, rose de mai. Your mid is hyacinth, clary sage, cedar, geranium. And your base is tonka, musk, and amber. Can't go wrong. It's not offensive. It's safe. It's not really loud. You can wear it as an office fragrance. I think this would do great for somebody in the medical profession, also around people. It just smells really, really good. That's all I can really say about it. And it doesn't set off my wife's COPD, which the majority of these I can wear around her, and their wife approved too. Now we're about to wrap this up. I'm down to my last 3. And again, these are in no particular order. This is just my spring, summer fragrance list, which I'm going to be wearing a mess out of. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. This is the OG, the Pour Homme, not the Intense. You see I've gotten several wearings out of it. This is my 3rd bottle of this. I wear this one a lot in the warm weather. I like it a lot. My wife likes it a lot. Anywhere I wear it, it gets compliments. This big bottle, I think I paid $40 for through FragranceNet. Don't pay retail if you don't have to. I prefer this over the Intense, and so did my wife. The Intense kind of smelled the same, just had a little something extra in there. This one performs just fine. Even in the cooler weather, it does well. Just have to spray more. I wore it last summer a lot. Got a lot of attention, compliments from it. I'll tell you a little bit about it so I can move on. It came out in 2007. Only received 3.77 out of 5. Not sure why. It's really fresh. Like really, really fresh. Fresh, clean. Just makes me smile. Top notes are Sicilian mandarin, juniper, grapefruit, and bergamot. Your mid is rosemary, Brazilian rosewood, and pepper. And it wraps it up with a base of musk, oak moss, and incense, which I really don't detect the incense in it, so it's really mild. It's not offensive. It's safe. Just a crisp, clean smell. And I like it. Now moving on to a classic. This guy's from 1994 by the house of Issey Miyake. This is L'Eau d'Issey Pour Homme. This guy is one that is always going to be in my collection. One of the ones I started with when I was younger. And it's just timeless to me. So actually several of these on this table are ones I never want to run out of my collection. It's a 3.98 out of 5, considered a woody aquatic. Your top notes are yuzu, bergamot, lemon, and tarragon. Mid notes are nutmeg, water lily. Your base is tobacco, sandalwood, cedar, vetiver, and musk. It's different. It doesn't smell like any of these ones on the table at all, but good atomizer. This was one of them ones when I was younger. I was able to come across it, worked hard, bought it myself. It was a pretty penny if I remember back in the day. Now it doesn't cost so much.
Yeah, 'cause it smells good.
You can smell that over there.
I can, but I really must smell it. That smells good.
This is one of my wife's favorites as well on me. I had went back when I first came back into fragrances. I was doing the oil versions of getting the big bottles and decanting them into roll-ons for people. This is one she always liked on me. And the place I had got the oil, it smells 100% similar. So I got this one back, and she says it cannot leave the cabinet. This is one of them baby-making fragrances, she says. But there it is. Now all their bottles that I've seen have this look to them. Just different color bottles or caps. Last but not least, and I almost forgot this guy. I haven't got to see this one in action in the summer yet. It's called Mancera Wave Musk. This one is said to be their summer freshie. It's definitely fresh. It's unlike the other Manceras I've smelled. I do prefer the Cedrat over this one, the Boise. Hindu Kush is my absolute favorite Mancera. I think it would almost be a little too loud come summertime. That one and the Nasamato Black Afghano are very, very similar to me. But I will be wearing both of those in the summer too. Just probably one spray instead of 3. This guy, I feel it would be safe to spray multiples of. Your typical like 5 to 7 rotation. It's not loud and offensive like a lot of Manceras are. It lasts all day. And I tried this originally in the wintertime. It snowed on the ground when I first got it. I seen it at a discounter really cheap. I decided to grab it and try it. It was highly requested to decant it out locally, because I love introducing people locally to fragrances who normally wouldn't be going and buying the whole bottles. 2011, it received a 3.83 out of 5 on Fragrantica. Top notes are grapefruit, black currant, and grass. Mid is sea notes, orange blossom, sea salt, and driftwood. And it wraps up with seaweed and white musk. Definitely worth getting your nose on. I have some more decants of this laying around. Anybody interested, you can get a hold of me. But that's that. That's my list in a nutshell. I know there's 15 bottles here, and I could keep it going. I could add more. I didn't want to do the typical 10. Give you guys a bonus because y'all deserve a bonus. I thank y'all for watching. Each and every one of y'all. Y'all stay safe out there. Take care of yourself. Protect your health. When you go out in public, try to minimize your exposure. If you can wear your cloth mask or you have a respirator, whatever it may be, glove up. Don't touch your face. Wash your hands often. That's really about it. Our stay home order is in effect where I am, but people are out and about all over. And most of our businesses are deemed essential right now, even the golf course. So I don't know how they expect to contain all this stuff if they're giving everybody reasons to be out. We're staying in the house, trying to protect my family, myself. I don't want to get sick. I definitely don't want to put my wife and daughter at risk, as she has compromised immune system. And the little one, yeah. I definitely don't know how she'd fight it. So it's better just to keep it away if we can. So take care of yourselves. Keep yourself mentally happy. Smile. Smell good. I've been spraying these often while I'm in the house. I do work still because I'm essential. And I take all the precautions I can when I go in. But while I'm not there and I'm at home, I find myself spraying often. Just respraying, re-smelling, revisiting all my fragrances. And there's a reason why I love fragrances. They make you feel a certain way. They're just, I don't know, they're therapeutic for me. That's why I brought them to the channel. More fragrance stuff to come, I am sure. But I thank each and every one of y'all for your time. Thanks for joining me and my rooster cock haircut. I just decided to spike it up. This ain't how it usually looks, but I figured it would be fitting with my big rooster on my t-shirt. Cock-a-doodle-doo. You guys have a good day. Be blessed. Thank y'all so much. Peace.